Good morning, everybody. Karen Dalessandro filling in for Molly this morning. Good morning to you, Karen.
Hey, good morning, Tiffany. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I always love the view behind you, whether you're out on your balcony or you're just in your window. Such a pretty spot you are downtown.
Yeah, and it's so beautiful. Our city is so gorgeous. I never get tired of looking out that window.
It's so true. I always love all the fun stuff you're doing online. People who follow you, whether they listen to you on the radio or they follow you on social media, you're always doing something in the community. And lately, I love this stuff of you checking out all the fair food, the actual drive-through. What was it like? Because I haven't gone yet and I want to.
Oh, you have to go, Tiff. They're set up on the Milwaukee Mile, and it's really well organized. I was really surprised because I didn't know what to expect. But you come in off of Gate 9, which is off of 76th Street, and they weave you into the lines, and then the vendors are just set up along the mile, and they're set up through State Fair Park. So once you go off the mile, you actually drive into the streets, you know, like Central Avenue and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's kind of fun. It's very fun, but it's kind of sad.
For sure.
Because
What
you
did
wish you were
order?
really there. Oh, I had a pork sandwich because that's always a must, right?
Yeah.
And I had a baked potato. That was last weekend, which was really, really good. I don't know why I can't recreate the baked potato from the State Fair, but it's
never.
just so good. I know. They had a pickle pizza that I didn't try. I wasn't sure what I would think of that.
I want you to go back and try it and report back. But you also, okay,
Okay.
so last time we had you on the show, you were doing your drinks on the balcony. And this is another State Fair sort of creation that how did you come up with it? This is a cream puff cocktail.
Oh, man, so good and so easy to make. But I have to be honest, I got to give props to a place called Station 6. It's a bar not far from State Fair Park in West Dallas, and their bartenders were making them. And I made a special trip to go see what this was all about. And then that weekend I made it, which was actually this past Sunday on my Facebook page. And it was delicious. It tastes like a cream puff, except a little loopy.
Yeah, even better. That's my kind of cream puff. Well, it's fun. People can always find those recipes. It's on your Facebook page. You always post those videos. It's funny because, you know, when we're thinking about food, I've got these random food things for you, including that there's accidental inventions. And I thought this was because I think some of the best things happen on accident, right? People stumble across them or it's just a need. And that's how the potato chip happened, okay? So I don't know if you knew this, but I thought it was kind of a cute little tidbit. Basically, there was an annoying customer that kept asking a restaurant owner basically to make his French fries thinner and crispier. So the chef, his name was George Crumb, he sliced them wafer thin as a joke, and the guy ended up loving them, and that's how the potato chip was made. So I always feel like something like that could come out of a state fair or these sort of concoctions that we make randomly.
Well, look at the Sporkies. Isn't it the Sporkies where there are all these inventions? Yeah, exactly. My question was that guy complaining about the French fry potato chip named Karen?
Is there one named Karen or the joke one now that they were going to do?
I don't know. I'm just so tired of my name Karen right now with how much fun and people are having making fun of it.
Well, if people aren't familiar, like the joke Karen is sort of like the name is like this out of touch white woman, right? That's just sort of not getting anything these days.
I know, and it's so offensive to Karens who aren't like that. I don't know why they chose me or that name. It will never be Tiffany.
No.
Trust me, it would not be that.
No, there's lots of other ways to make fun of my name. I'm, it's like a cheerleader. I'm a cheerleader or something. I don't know.
Rah, rah.
Yeah, or some sort of dancer, one of those. I don't know. I've heard them all. Speaking of food, though, I got to share this one with you. This is actually from Women's Health magazine. And I thought this was interesting because they said they're talking about eating foods with our hands, which we do a lot in the summer, and got me thinking with the state fair food and such. But they actually did this study where they realized that eating with your hands, that tactile experience of truly eating with your hands actually boosts the pleasure of eating. And I feel like sometimes I think that's the only reason I love a good hot dog.
You know what? There's something to that. And maybe when you do it over the sink like my husband, it enhances even more because that's what he seems to love doing.
Yeah, because you know it's going to be drippy and gooey and all over you if you're eating it over the sink. For sure. Okay, this is a question I have for you and I have for a lot of people and viewers out there too. It's like, I feel like, especially if you're at home, which right now you are, it's such a beautiful day outside. You got to get outside. And I think sometimes it's hard lately just to like get yourself going and get outside. But it's such a beautiful day. And like one of the things we've been doing lately is golfing a lot. And I know you're always doing fun stuff outside.
Yeah, I love getting outdoors. I love working out outdoors. And my husband and I just went down to the swan boats, which are at the lagoon
Yes.
at Veterans Park. Oh my gosh,
Were
so
they
much
fun or
fun.
was it
So
kind of,
cool.
was it boring or was it fun?
Well, here's the thing. You know, when you go to a grocery cart and sometimes you get that one cart that has the wheel that's kind of like,
The wonky
well,
wheel.
that
Yeah.
happened. That happened to us. I think our swan wasn't turning. So every time we were trying to go left, it was like going to the right. And it was like, it was harder than I thought too. Like you're pedaling while you're steering. And it was fun, but it was just a goofy fun thing to do, like tourist in your own town kind of thing.
That's adorable. And that's what I think we have to remember to do, especially now when there aren't as many events going on. Just kind of a fun, heartwarming story. There was a 96-year-old last week that actually hit a hole in one on a Colorado golf course. Bill Bergman was his name. They made him a cake that said happy hole in one. It was at Keystone Ranch and he hit a hole in one. I thought it was just absolutely awesome. Just something kind of one of those thoughts of like, hey, doesn't matter, where you're at in life, get out, do something active and enjoy the outdoors. It's good for our spirit.
It is. God bless him. Good for
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining me this morning. Good to talk to you, Karen.
You too. I always like seeing you guys. Have a great week.
Absolutely.